Lately, have you been hearing a lot of "don't give a fuck about what others think"? It sounds empowering as it promotes self preservation. But is there a fine line between prioritizing yourself and becoming, well, an asshole? We all know personal well being and setting boundaries are important, but when does it cross into selfishness or even narcissism? Today, we'll break down 5 ways to care for yourself without overindulgence or trampling on others. Key point number 1: self care isn't about dismissing others. The trend of not caring about what others think might stem from books like Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. These books, along with the pushback against people pleasing, have popularized the idea of ignoring others' opinions. It's easy to take this as permission to focus solely on ourselves. It feels liberating. After years of being told to fit in, to be polite, to go with the flow, here's an invitation to just be whatever you want to be. No rules, no pressure, no judgment. But here's the problem. Complete disregard for others' opinions can lead to alienation. We risk losing meaningful relationships, valuable feedback, and empathy. No one thrives in isolation, and believing you don't need others' input is a slippery slope into narcissism. Instead, focus on selective caring. Decide whose opinions truly matter. Prioritize your inner circle and those who care for your growth. The key? Be firm in your boundaries, but soft in your heart. Respectful assertiveness beats blunt indifference every time. Key point number 2: boundaries without barricades. We're told to set boundaries as a key part of self-care, but some people confuse boundaries with shutting people out entirely, treating every minor inconvenience as a threat to their peace. It feels protective. Boundaries are empowering, giving you control over who gets your time and energy. But when taken to the extreme, boundaries can become barricades, leaving you isolated and unable to handle the give and take of relationships. You may even become difficult to work with, hurting both others and yourself by missing out on connection and growth. Set boundaries with empathy. Boundaries should protect your well-being, but they should also leave room for compromise and understanding. It's okay to say no without closing doors forever. Key point number 3: self-care isn't self-indulgence. Self-care culture often gets confused with indulgence, treating yourself, pampering, or taking a me day. But self-care is more than spa days and Netflix binges. Who doesn't want an excuse to pamper themselves? The self-care industry has exploded, turning self-care into a consumer experience. Treating self-care like indulgence can lead to escapism rather than true healing. It can foster a mindset where we avoid our responsibilities under the guise of taking care of ourselves. Real self-care is about doing the hard things, setting priorities, managing stress, and maintaining a healthy life balance. It's not always fun, but it's rewarding. Sometimes self-care means going for a walk when you don't feel like it, budgeting instead of splurging, or having tough conversations instead of ghosting. Key point number 4: empathy is not the enemy. There's a growing narrative that too much empathy makes you vulnerable. People might say, "Don't let others take advantage of you. Toughen up." This can make it feel like caring about others is a weakness. The idea of being unbothered is seductive. It makes us feel invincible or cool, like nothing can hurt us emotionally. But cutting off empathy is dangerous. It stunts your emotional growth and disconnects you from meaningful relationships. Without empathy, you lose the ability to truly understand others, and that can backfire, leaving you feeling isolated. Keep your empathy, but couple it with discernment. You can care about others without letting their emotions dictate your life. Learn the balance between showing compassion and protecting your energy. Key point number 5, self-care isn't about winning. There's a growing hustle mentality in which self-care is framed as part of the bigger goal, winning. You care for yourself so you can outperform everyone else. Who doesn't want to win? We're told that self-care will recharge us so we can grind harder and come out on top. This approach reduces self-care to a tool for productivity rather than well-being. It's just another form of burnout in disguise. Shift your mindset. Self-care is about maintaining your well-being, not outperforming others. True self-care helps you live a balanced, fulfilling life, not just crush your competition. Self-care is about balance. It's not about shutting people out or seeing others as obstacles. True self-care respects both yourself and those around you. Don't mistake self-care for selfishness. You can prioritize your well-being without losing sight of kindness, empathy, or connection. So, set boundaries, say no when needed, but remember, we're all in this together. Care for yourself and others. That's how you protect your mental health without becoming an asshole to other people. If you like this episode of School Never Teach, please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.